Oh, Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars. What more can be said about this RPG game? Well, quite a lot actually. You see, Mario RPG came out at the end of the SNES life cycle. This is the early 90s, a period where we were collectively learning how to move things around with our minds. And yes, I'm mostly talking about video poker or blackjack or something else that your grandmother kept near her bathroom sink. But back in the day when the only two things we knew how to do, the only two verbs that we had in our dictionary were to jump and shoot, or maybe to run and jump, we were just starting to get our minds around the idea of moving these little characters around and seeing what reactions might occur. It was a wonderful year for gaming. There was no hard set rules, there was no years of dichotomy. This wonderful mind meld of character happened between you and the NES. You were the NES, and it all happened during this wonky time of gaming where moving around on the screen was such an archaic and weird thing to do, almost always. You didn't have any preconceived notions about how people would move around as you touched buttons. For the first time, you were exposed to these concepts. It was balls crazy. But I'm not talking about those shitty games that we don't play anymore. I'm talking about those good games that we keep playing, the games with the excellent controls. These were the first games we got our hands on and were one with the machine. Our stupid hands and minds brought us to new heights of gaming. We were able to do rad things like jump on turtle shells, kick turtle shells, jump on turtle shells, and kick turtle shells. And for those of us who weren't retarded, we could play Mega Man 2, and we could kick ass. So you can see how I'm coming at this title with a little bit of nostalgia pushing me along. But there's more to that inside of me. Oh yes, good sir. There is the culmination of all efforts of gaming, everywhere, in everyone. For Mario RPG is the bomb. I bought this game in a magazine. I paid $100. I got it shipped from Saskatoon to play it. I didn't even know about games like Chrono Trigger. Fucking Chrono Trigger. I never even played an RPG. And this game just took my expectations, and what could only be said is to sail through them and into Valhalla. At least that is, it was the best game in my collection. $100 is a lot of money for a 12-year-old kid, you know? Like, what kind of kid spends $100? On a blender? No, on a video game. So you better believe that I had a lot of expectations going in, and my expectations were slaughtered. To me, this game brought forth new expectations as to what it even means to play a video game. This is the functional video game equivalent of entering the fifth dimension. And that's because it takes your mind and puts it outside of the box, and you're looking in and you realize that for the first time, video games can be funny, and they can be adventurous, and they can be rad. You start to feel like a puppeteer influencing a story that plays on a fixed stage. The game pumps this theme up with, well, cool art and shit. This game's mechanics are gnarly. Battling is fun. Why am I yelling at you? Fucking video games! Anyway, this one's pretty good. So sit back, make some tea, drink some soda pop, whatever the fuck gets you off. Because today, you're watching Super Mario Bros. RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Oh, and don't forget, the best way to watch the series is in a YouTube playlist, but you already knew that. You're smart. You knew about playlists in 2004. Good for you. On with the show.